Ciddi. There was one you remember over towards bind a site he's holding up close in the little alleyway at the spawn.
Aç mı şimdi? Baba şu yayında Allah aşkına bir trollemeyin be. Şu yayında trollemeyin bari. Allah Allah.
The tiniest gap and he hit it to miss everybody. But
Aa Kemal bu da olur
olamaz diyordum.
He could be insane. He's just not at that level yet.
Bak bakayım.
Allah geliyor, pikler geliyor, pikler geliyor. Tamam kalsın, o maşallah kalsın.
Seçim yasaklama ekranı.
Seçim yasaklama ekranındayız şu anda. Fierot Sova'yı aldı. Sinet adını söyle, Çar'ın adını söyle.
Sinet Jet aldı.
Lego Sova aldı. Laker Jet aldı. Kamera aşağı mı? Baba siz Allah aşkına. Tamam ben bakacağım maç başlayınca.
Ras Neriman.
Neriman mı?
Omen geldi. Aslandan Omen geldi.
Helal olsun. Bak bu olmaz. Bu olmaz, bunu kabul edemem bak. Sol alta biraz küçültelim, tamamdır. Bak maç önemli bir maç ya, ben şöyle kalsam nasıl olur şurada. Bir şekilde iyi gibi. Kero bu Çar oynuyor, Kero. Tamam ben de Big Boss Style emojisi yapacağım şimdi şeyi, emojineyi ya.
And that's the thing, right? It's teams that are trying this non-sage route. They're seeing what else.
Baba her yerde de bizim reklamı koymayın. Bunu nasıl ekrana koyayım? Allah aşkına beni niye koydunuz ya?
Especially maybe just like on the defensive side. But what I am looking to see is the revives, right? That's so vital. It's the walls, it's the slows. How many times have we seen amazing slows get put on the floor and then you just see these raised grenades come across and they're like, well, you're not getting away from that, right? It's the combination, it's the working together, it's that team synergy of how it can be used. So ultimately, maybe teams are because we heard about this some talks that were going on, right? That Sage
hadi yapıştıralım be.
Right, might be coming in, might be being hindered by.
İki maçı da alıyormuşuz. Olayı düşünsenize bir olayı.
If that does happen, maybe teams are already just planning ahead. But you look at it for now, most teams are just standing on what they know and love, right?
Aha.
We look at the teams that still.
Bind geldi.
They use it in the best way in my eyes.
Ses nasıl vereyim mi sesi biraz daha?
You know, when I said it was possibly going to be split, that was before we saw no Sage come out, and as soon as that comes into play, you know, I mean, Sage is so powerful on that map. It's like you can't.
Ama böyle olmaz.
That mid control that you get just from having her is undeniable. So Bind, this makes a bit more sense. They're obviously messing around with this setup. They practice it versus.
Allah!
Bayraklar! Allah Allah!
Now when it comes to BBL, right, let's see what they picked last.
Ninja pijamansı hayırdır, ne oldu şimdi işte?
Hadi bakayım ha.
It could be. There is absolutely no love for Split right now.
No, we haven't seen it yet. Do you know what? I enjoy Split, but a lot of teams, they're just not fan of it at all, are they?
That's my favorite map. I'm quite.
Is that your favorite?
Yeah, absolutely. I love it.
I've gone for Ascent being my favorite, man. I got forced to queue it like 9 times in a row.
Kemal'cim Bind map hakkında ne düşünüyorsun ya?
Hemen emotumu ekledim, pardon. Geldi mi kendine BBL? Kendine BBL diye ekledim.
Maç başladı, maç başladı.
Haydi bakalım. Haydi bakalım.
What is this? This isn't random.
I'm not even joking.
How is there 4
battles? Ama böyle olmaz bak, böyle olmaz. Hadi.
8 in a row. We won most of them, but it wasn't even that. It was just like, can I have something else? It's like, I love peaches. If I eat a peach every day, I'm not gonna love peaches anymore.
Well, pistol rounds, right?
F5 atalım, F5 atalım. Son bir F5 atalım. Ulan reklam diye girdi.
Vay amına.
Ulan böyle, Jules çabuk abonelik getir. Burası abonelik kanalmış, abonelik kanalmış. Ulan bunun reklamı böyle olmaz ki ama hocam. Hocam o F5'i kim attı dedi ama ya. Tamam sıkıntı yok sıkıntı yok.
Yesterday we saw the B squad of NiP. They were not playing completely seriously.
Juros bana çabuk abone gelin lazım kanalda.
Bir reklam arasından sonra arkadaşlar yine sizlerle birlikteyiz. Kusura bakmayın lütfen.
Kre'yi şu an izliyoruz. Şöyle aldım. Tamamdır, güzel yerde. Kameramız güzel yerde.
They're going straight into A, where they're going to find Lego all by himself. And he's going to have to leg it out of there.
Helal!
There's one on the way, but can't make it out.
Girdiler A'ya girdiler Juros. Sen şu an benimle aynı izliyorsun değil mi?
Para harcıyorum amına koyayım.
Şu an bizimkiler ha onu bir abonelik işini yaptı. Rotation'ı yaptılar hızlı bir şekilde.
Coming out from the NiP side. And this push in, it's going to have to be something spectacular from BBL. Cypher camera goes up. Kero's going to try and get as much information as possible. He does only spot the Cypher though.
Hadi Kero be.
Continues to make his way. He doesn't check the corner. Hip dominates him instantly. Aslan's able to reply, but NiP are standing strong. They're managing to get the kills on the board.
75 var helal be!
Face that much. You don't have to take the challenge here. Now we're into a 2 versus 2. Russ is looking for the opportunity. Going to start the defuse. Nice shot that's going to force him off. Oh, Lucker, you can't miss those. Those are ones you are supposed to hit, my friend. Fear of being pushed away. He doesn't have much health.
Nete. Tamam, sıkıntı yok. Sıkıntı yok.
Nicely right at the end for them to
Evet,
get
maça
that
5 dolar geride başladık arkadaşlar. Şimdi
maça 5 dolar geride başladı Juros.
1-0 for NiP and look at
Hadi bakalım.
Hadi bakalım.
They're not punished for it.
Yeah.
Hadi çocuklar.
Nete.
But obviously, he can be a little bit hard. He was going for the headshots, not maybe fully knowing how low that player was. We're going to see BBL take out very weak weapons. Now, I'm always a little bit worried whenever I see that shorty on a jet. They can just dash up, get in your face, and take you down.
Ben nereden girdiklerini falan bilmiyorum. Biliyor musun?
CNED wants those star points.
Ben biliyorum az çok onları.
He's gonna be like, okay, I'm just gonna hide around a corner, and here's something.
Adamlarda şu anda spike adamlarda anladın mı Juros Bey?
Tamam.
Nete bak. Şu an enerjileri veriyorsunuz arkadaşlar. Enerjileri veriyorsunuz şu an. Oto yapınca bozuluyor mu?
Oh yeah.
Helal!
Russ is there to save the day from long.
Dur bir dakika halledeceğim bir dakika. Lego düştü bizde.
Now ready with the shorty for them to push into hookah.
And this is good though, like I like what we're seeing from NiP, right? 2 players together, 3 players together, they've only lost 1. They weren't in a position where the refrag wasn't possible. Now they can group up and make a decision on where they want to go. Do need to be careful though. Kero, close with a frenzy. He's going to tuck himself away in the corner here. The Cypher Cage is going to block his vision. But he hasn't been spotted by the Sova's drone. Kero tried to get some information.
Şöyle bir shoulder verdi ama.
Expect him to be there. Lucker takes him down. It's no problem at all.
Gördün.
Oh, nice.
Alamadı. Helal!
Onu da veririz be. Another headshot.
Now Russ is on fire in this round. Look at Lucker. He's coming back with his own. Actually got 4K. It's very easy when you've got the body of dead.
Sıkıntı yok.
That's exactly what he was doing. No need to.
Hadi aslan başa doğru. Lego, Kero, Sinep, Rus. Haydi çocuklar be.
Bu Kemal bu enayi anlatıyor lan biz anlatmayak. Boş ver biz yorum.
Aynen onu var.
gibi. Ben adama niye enayi dedim amına.
Sen bu adamla niye aranı bozuyorsun oğlum? Bir dur şimdi ya.
That was the thing that we wondered for a while. Why would you not go for the one-shot headshot? But with the gun kick that you receive from it.
Nete dert yok. Biraz daha veriyorum oyun sesini alalım.
It really depends on the type of player that we're seeing at the moment. For now, right, you look at like your Angels, your Screams, we're regularly seeing them more on the Vandals when it comes to it. But Phantom in general is the weapon of choice for most of these players.
I think that's often because if you're running into a site and you're going to see multiple players, you need to be able to just tap, and not worry about having to stop and spray every single person.
Lego gördü bu arada.
Lego's got a bit of idea that he might be seeing some players soon, and that's not going to work out. Lucker, we said about him not landing his ult yesterday, Mitch. He's just managed to get 2 kills here with this one. This is making a 3rd as well. Lucker's just going for it. Are we going to see the ulti special come out? Lucker on his jet, loving life right now. And he's just styled on. This is the buy round. And they've done nothing thus far.
Var mı?
Well, they've died. That's about all they've done. Looker's been shredding. He definitely heard us calling them out beforehand, saying, oh, he doesn't hit anything on his ult. 3K, 4K. Let's go for the ace. Why not? Oh, because he's dead. That's unfortunate.
Bir tane Lucker'ı düşürdük. Tamam.
Yeah, he did enough.
Arkadaşlar resetliyoruz. Kendimizi resetliyoruz.
100% worth it. Entering as a jet
enerjileri gönderin. Çabuk seri.
Throwing those knives forward. That was some distance, man, on the first one.
Oh yeah.
Hadi.
See that from his perspective. I'm sure he's a very happy.
Bu el aldık bu hareketle.
3-0.
Hem de aldık mı bir tava baksana hocam ya.
For BBL, it's going to be a rough one. I don't imagine they're going to get a whole lot out when it comes down to investing.
Moral düşüklüyor.
Oğlum çok heyecan yaptım be.
Players towards B is definitely their favorite.
Yok. Şu eli bir alsak var ya. Şu eli bir alsak.
Okay.
Silahlarla.
Oh no! Lego! No! You heard that? You should have known what was coming! Hip's just gonna look and go on clean-up duty! It's so easy for him! They push him and he just holds strong. 57 health, but it's not even a problem. 4 swift kills. But that boombot, what on earth, Lego?
It was a bit...
He's like, I hear it, I'll just go play with it.
I'll just run straight over it. It won't see me.
It's like watching my son go and chase after the remote control car.
Dünyada paylaşılacak bir hareket mi be?
So this one blows up in your face.
Yeah, I hope you've not bought him one with one of those Samsung batteries in it. You don't want to...
Definitely not. For his birthday though, just bought him one of those ones that you can sit in and ride.
Yeah, I saw that. The BMW.
Bak, tek kaldık adamlar nasıl hala dikkatli ilerliyor ya.
Mercedes, sorry.
Go on, have some class. Definitely a toy one, I cannot afford a real one, let's be honest.
Biz burada şaka yapmıyoruz.
Your son's gonna murk before I do. What the hell is this about? It's embarrassing me. This is sheer embarrassment for BBL, but not really. I mean, they've lost one buy round where Looker shredded them with an ult, and really these early rounds have gone about as well as you expect. Something we touched on yesterday was that you can get a 2-0 from the pistol, and it also sets you up fantastically if you win that first buy round, because your opponents don't have the money to reinvest, as we're seeing here, and often that should be a 4-0 guarantee. As it is, flawlessly.
Hadi bir NT'ler. Tek bay enerjiler nerede ya?
Aksın NT enerji haydi.
Nerede enerjiler? Şöyle bir chat'i görelim. Chat'i bir şöyle bir görelim. Enerjileri yollayın bayrakları çocuklar hadi.
I'm sorry Lego, but just you can hear it my friend. Hip was just rolling on him after that.
Abi niye gidiyor ben anlamadım.
Production just added on
Lego diyor. Lego önde yakalandı ya orada.
A few more times.
Hype da burada burası tuttu Hype'ında ya.
Vallahi diyorum var ya.
Hype banlanmamış.
4 sıkıntı yok. Nerelerden dönüldü? Nerelerden dönüldü? Aslan bir açılacak şimdi var ya.
Even if a couple of you die, you shouldn't be scared. Just know that the deal is that you're trying to kill him and trying to get a gun in the round.
Yeah, it's power numbers, but unfortunately the power was not in their favor this time.
Rosto got himself poised and ready here for a push coming up. Oh, he just decides to move away. He's going to go back and look at Hooker.
Aldık böyle aldık hadi be.
Not going to spot anyone out yet, but little does he know they've actually started to work their way up B long. This is going to be a slight problem for him. They might be able to actually get a bit of an opportunity found. And no, he doesn't. He gets taken out.
Hadi be Aslan senin oyunun. Senin oyunun. Helal. Helal be.
He finds himself two, nice and clean. Can he get the
helal be çocuk be.
And this man, he consistently does this for his team. But NiP are not even bothered. They've still managed to bring it back into a 2 versus 2. But the site is soon to be taken on. And maybe Hip here is thinking, okay, is there an option for us to just teleport through? And I think that's what he's thinking. Oh, Ryan's got down in the meantime though. Okay, it's all on Hip. He does have the spike.
Direkt rotate attılar ya size var ya. Helal olsun ya.
What's going on here? But Hip's going to have to pull off something very special. 95 health. They only got 39 left on the shield.
Ya güzel bir şok geliyor Lego'dan.
Have done some damage. Less than ideal. He's trying to avoid the recon. He has to push out into it.
İşte bu, işte bu, işte bu. İşte bu.
Aslan, if it was all down to him basically, because if that hadn't happened, NiP would have had full control.
Aslan's going to be so angry about what just happened to him. He TP'd, ran through Bathhouse, and started planting over towards default. You would have assumed he was in the corner just outside Bathhouse, but he wasn't. Yeah. So when I saw him go there, I'm like, oh, okay.
Aslan, Aslan. Tam var ya. Şu dönüşe bak. Sen nesin ya?
And Aslan, my God, he did this yesterday. He kept on doing it. And again, the only thing that could take him down was the Razel.
Şarjör bitmezse devam edecek ha.
What I love about Aslan, we saw this yesterday in the G2 game. His positioning is so strong, right? He plays smart. He plays off the corners of smokes. That was the other jet smoke that was put down, right? He used it to his advantage. They don't even think to check it. He managed to walk away with 3 kills.
He's been an absolute joy to watch so far. BBL in a good spot considering all the ults they've got online. And learned their lesson over on NiP. Don't push Aslan.
Onu da görecek.
You're going to be throwing the drone through. And they'll look to get a little bit more control. It's destroyed immediately.
Verdi infoyu.
Kree trying to give him a bit of an opportunity to take some hooker control. They're already down one player though. And this is the problem, right? It's now trying to find what part of the map you want to take. They're going to go back and pick up the spike, and it seems to be A where they want to focus now. They understand that, okay, be some good choke points, and Aslan's there causing us a lot of problems. So we're going to try and mix it up a bit. Lego's just jump spotting at the moment. Smart decision.
Lego kızdı az önce. Bak. Şok dert.
Imagine if that had landed as well. You'd be getting some ace shock darts going down.
Oh, here we
İşte
go.
bu.
There we ult onto it. Looking for the
Helal!
nicely done. Can he get some more? Tries to make it happen.
Oraya vurdu mu?
His location's been revealed, but it doesn't really matter because his teammates
Biliyorlar
are
ama,
all
biliyorlar,
around him.
biliyorlar.
He's got the backup he needs. They're getting the spike down. It has been planted, but it's going to be
Helal be!
because they're just coming through. And
Orada bir tane daha var. Helal be!
Really solid round there. Great.
Helal be!
Lego. Really smart on how he wanted to use his ult when it came to it as well.
Çocuklar açıldı çocuklar.
Surprised he didn't get a bit more of it though. Definitely could have got 3 potentially.
Definitely.
İşte bu be.
NiP's overall
Nerede
setup
chat? Nerede
in
chat?
that
Chat
round
nerede? Helal olsun.
supposed to allow them to move towards the B side,
Enerji
get a
alalım.
little bit of hookah control. Obviously kept back by Aslan in the first place, and then they were smoked off, they were paranoid, they were slowed, they just completely gave up moving in towards hookah. Going back over towards the A site, 3 through toilets, it's
Lego orada çok güzel gördü. O an bak, oka bak ya.
Just absolutely shredded them, did the damage up to the Omen, followed through on Looker. I would have liked, obviously, if they had managed to find the hookah control or
Oğlum nasıl heyecanlı var ya.
towards it. I feel like they gave up on their options very quickly.
Tüyler
Went
diken.
towards a part of the map where they had no info. Also, the fact that they left the cannon
Hadi be
play
kral aslan be.
towards the back of
Tut
toilets,
burayı,
I felt like
çıldırt
that
bizi
did
be.
basically nothing for them.
Aha.
Whereas it could have been used potentially.
Yapacak.
as
Aslan
well.
buraları seviyor aga.
Look
Allah
at those,
sinet
managed to
düştü
find the
orada.
opening pick.
Helal!
Nicely done by Aslan.
Helal.
Only
Güzel,
gets
tamam.
one, sadly.
Sinet kalktı bu
He
arada,
knew he
biz
had to make a move.
kaldırdı.
That drone was coming towards him. The revives come in the meantime, though, which is going to make sure it's still a 4 versus 4.
Cost them a wall as well to get that revive up.
Yeah, quite a bit of utility having to be spent already.
It should be pretty soon that another recon dart is up for the Sova over towards this site, so Lego can get that information, but nothing comes his way.
İyice bakıyorlar. Lego var ya, şimdi bak.
And, the
Öbür
super
tarafı
passive
görecek
hold
Lego.
we saw in the pistol round. That's
Aldı
even
birini.
more so now. Almost gets a second on the
Hadi
finger.
Lego.
Tamam gördü, onu da gördü.
With his cages, and a plan should be secured towards default.
Gidiyor, drone gidiyor.
Sent spotting. Gonna get taken out, but they now know where the cipher is.
Lig!
I thought he
Rus
landed
durdu,
that
Rus
there, but
durdu.
it was Rust that picked up the kill. They're starting to push in. Sinet's fallen in the meantime.
Biliyorlar.
Got a good read on where the players might be, but they just can't see him yet. They've got to get their eyes on him real soon and start to make their way around. Rust checking all the corners here.
O
He's
kopya
gonna get
atarsa
so
görecek.
close. Kree now has made the noise.
Ne
but
oluyor?
off the side, that's not what they want to see. Fear off, hiding away, manages to
Hadi.
get one.
Hadi.
Kree getting himself back into safety, low on health, and ooh, that's a shot you can't be missing. He's
Ah
got to be
be,
careful. but
arada
Ferox's there
kaldı,
to back
kötü
him up.
kaldı. Neyse,
Nip do
sıkıntı yok,
secure
sıkıntı
another
yok, sıkıntı yok.
And they do it with just two
NT'ler,
alive.
enerjiler,
Solid
bak,
play there from
totemimiz
Ferox
bu.
and Kree. Good teamwork.
Totemimiz bu.
Yeah, definitely. For NiP, they're showing us a different face to what we saw yesterday. Keeping it much tighter for the number 16 in the world. That's really what you expect. They're not ones that can really come into a tournament like this and be slacking. And it is just like, even the name brand value of the NiP overall.
7-6-5-5.
The fact that we saw them yesterday.
Karşı Locker böyle bir
drop them out to John,
ince bir
almost
cüsse var
to
ya o
give them
adamda.
so much room. It's really just unacceptable for them. That's why I picked BBL to come into this and
Yine
win,
geliyor
at least
araç.
to win one of those maps. I would expect, if NiP aren't completely woken up by their performance
Aslan
yesterday.
sessiz sakin
It
bekliyor
seems
aga
so far
orada.
they are. They're not giving away too many advantages. But even like, what was it, the second round? Or the
Dur,
first
Mike,
of the pistol round, where Rhyme just swung out in the 3v2 post.
Aynen.
It's just one eat.
Siz sıkıntı yok
So Hip
karşı.
just started chasing him
Ah
down. He still
be,
gets away
bu
with it.
neydi
Brilliant
ya?
stuff coming out from Hip there. Aslan got forced out of position, and Hip was just spraying going forward. In the meantime, though, Luck has found CNED, and it doesn't matter where BBL on the map right now. These openings went just hugely in favor of NiP, and now they're massively lost and confused. Where do they want to go?
Hadi lan.
NiP have full control.
Hadi be Legolas be.
And they've really got BBL guessing at this point.
Well, they're going to give away the answer as they move towards the A side. Again, it's Lego that has to get it done in a bit of a more aggressive position than what we've seen him in the past with the operator.
Helal!
Ah be! Both players missed their shot. Lego's good for the second. Now back in a spot where they can make it work with Rhyme and Cree. Get the job done.
Ah be! Güzel, güzel, güzel. Nete. 2 kalmışlardı. 2 kalmışlardı. Bu el başta şeyi düştük ya. Başta o. Adamın kölgesinden.
This was huge. This
şurası bak.
Just the timing. So Aslan just tries to run away from the drone, gets spammed at this point, and then some more spam comes out. Just huge.
6-2.
Vallahi hep alacağımız eller ya.
Alacağız aga, alacağız zaten. Bak. Alacağımız değil. Alıyoruz bundan sonra. Şu eli bir alırsak var ya. Bak silahlarımız eksik.
Is that still true after that game? They're 17th now. So that's slightly affected, obviously, because the Giants have no ranking, really.
Bu eli alırsak davul geliyor. Davul geliyor bu eli alırsak. Bangır bangır.
Peki zurna?
Onu baş kazandı. Helal! İşte beklediğimiz konserden be aslan be.
Oğlum sen benden 5 saniye önce izliyordun.
İzin vermedi aslan Maşadov.
The rifle is able to put the sheriff to work as well.
Götten.
Scary here though for BBL. They don't start to pick up some rounds. They don't
Bunlar yapmadan ne olmuyor bu?
NiP could really start to run away.
Görecek. Kero görecek. Kero.
No more charges left.
Ne yaptık ya?
Alacağız abi, alacağız.
Abi ne yapıyorsun?
You can see they're backing off immediately. Perhaps they've shown the spike as well. I'm not sure if Kiro would have spotted that, but they're hoping that the rotations will be dragged.
Gördü yerini biliyor.
Causing all the hassle. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. In fact, Jet even starts to move over. The ult's still in play. To get very dangerous very quickly.
Lego tries, he might, he was hoping to put him some work with that ult and give his team a chance.
Ucu ucuna eller verdik abi. Sinet helal be.
But here we go. CNED ults up.
Nereden?
So not being spent into this round. They really
Ne
want
diyorsun?
it. He's got himself in a good spot, but they're not going to just push into you. They know what you're doing.
Tam onu gördüler. Karşı jeti. Bu adam nasıl bir...
Away.
Bu nasıl oynuyor bu herif ya?
Jumps into his own ult at the same time. Kero. Kiro's able to seal the deal. That's a really strong performance. Ryan's running back around. Information is going to be revealed. Now he goes, he's coming from behind as well, but he just as he turns, off there, and that kill goes the way, same as the round for NiP as well.
Lak var ya abi, lak. Ferit Bey. Bir tık orada bir... Lucky var ya, NiP'teki biliyor musun?
Ha, Lucker.
Ha, Lucker. Bir tık bir taşımacılık var orada bir.
Lucker iyi oynuyor ya. Ama çok el vermişiz. 7-5 yapmamız lazım.
Sen dediysen yaptık şu an biliyor musun? Senin de şey mi vardı?
Şu an itibariyle çevrildi değil mi?
Şu an çevrildi. Senin maçın yok muydu?
Ha, Code Rivals var. 8.30'da başlayacak.
Ha, 8.30 var.
Biz burayı alıyoruz abi, orası sende.
How consistent can that be though?
Yeah, everyone can have a bad game, right? And he's obviously just come back into this and thought, you know what, yesterday wasn't acceptable from my personal standards. Hopped in the DM for a little bit.
Got pretty fired a couple times.
Aslan nerede la bu sefer?
Slowly working their way up to B.
Sağlamız ya şu an.
Evet.
Very defensive setup from BBL this time around.
Bizimkilerin güzel de rotate'leri falan. Hep iyiydi yani. Aha.
That's not what they want. Rush trying to desperately escape. Oh, this is huge from Hip. He expects him to be close, but no one's even near. He needs to try and find one. The ult goes out.
Oh, be!
Hip. It was looking like he was going to run
Aslan aldı oraya. Aslan! Ah be! Yine Aslan orada bir açıldı. 2-3 kill aldı orada gördüm de. Hype Rocket'e nasıl attı öyle be?
Abi o roket çok kötü oldu ya.
Pulling them into a position now where like again I still want to see them close it out. I want to see this continue.
This is the moment he's like, what? Why is the site so empty?
Disappeared.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Just fire it in there, see what happens. But the issue for me, right? BBL are decent. We saw it yesterday.
Yep.
We know it. And I'm waiting on the edge of my seat to see that same BBL come through.
Efe yanıma demiş lan, buraya demiş. Gel
so maybe that's somewhere like if they
geliyor.
Go over to a Haven.
Niye soruyor gelsin direkt. Lego aldı. Bizden de düşmüş. Sinet düştü.
Maybe that's what we need to see, Banks. Maybe we need to see a Haven up next. That could be their safe.
Güzel AWP'yi de almış.
Certainly isn't.
It was their pick last time around. Oh, the time.
Kero düşürdü birini. İyi güzel.
Isn't able to save his teammate, but is able to get at least the refrag in.
3v3.
They now know though that there's a heavy stack towards A. It means they can get the spike down.
Önceden Lego dönüyor.
Aslan vur oğlum o beni.
Hadi be.
Russ is hoping. Checking the corners carefully. Little does he know there's actually two players around here. Might be a good for one, but it's not going to be possible. Hip's aiming far too strong when it comes to that one. Actually, if you're Lego at this point, you just save, surely.
You would imagine so with an operator in hand. There's still one round to be played for. Money's not great, but he just dove in and died.
NiP 9-2. Ne diyorsun Sayın Ferit Bey? Yorumunuzu alalım.
Abi hiç belli olmaz. Yani T'yi iyi oynamışlar anladığım kadarıyla. Maçın başını izlemedim ama.
Çok fark değil de böyle ince ince.
Globala bakar.
Aynen öyle.
Biliyorsun comeback'leri inanılmaz seviyor. Tamamen el sıcaklığına bakar yani. Bir vurmaya başladılar mı? Oo Cinet şimdi açılacak daha 2-11 şu an.
Değil mi? Seni o açıldı mı Cinet?
Var o. Bu maç öyle kolay kolay bitmez.
Even if you're trying to get like an extra kill and you die, that's 1 point more for your ultimate. Or even if you just die, 1 point more.
Yeah, he works his money out well, better than what we were, that's for sure. See Ned though, he's not been having the greatest game. You spoke about him being a key player for this roster. Their attacking side's going to have to be something phenomenal here.
His opening goals were insane yesterday. I think it was towards the second map that he picked up 5 and 4 in the first. It was Ascent. Obviously it makes sense on Ascent, it's quite a choke pointy map. Very linear, so
pencereye girdiler ya.
Aynen bitti.
Binds, a little bit more difficult to make it work.
Yeah.
Big old map. He's going to try to do it this time. Oh, he's caught by it.
Güzel kaçtı.
Away though. Smoke down to get him back over the left side, but in the meantime, Kiro falls, and now they desperately need something to go their way. With CNED so low, this crossfire is probably the best option to at least guarantee them 1 kill when the push comes through, but it's not going to. They've moved
Acaba Lego helal.
Yet again.
Gördün onda. Aslan aldı.
Aslan bir away in the corner, catches them by surprise, coming out of the bathhouse and picks himself up at double. This could be it now with BBL looking to find themselves at least that 3rd round for the next set.
Oh, he thought he got the kill there. Aslan thought he took the down, but he was able to escape. This is doable. The smoke's going to be put on the floor. CNED trying to spam up, but he's not being able to hit anything just yet. There's only 15 seconds left. That spike's still not being put on the floor. Luck has run all the way around. He believes he can get this done.
Bizimkiler de hemen dönüyor.
Timing is not going to be on his side though. Oh, he misses a key shot. Has to go in for the spike plant. Needs to ensure that he's going to be hooked up by his teammate and covered.
Helal be Kero.
He goes straight away.
Helal be. Hadi be. Hadi be.
For BBL.
Dönüyor. Hadi.
Hadi çocuklar.
Hadi çocuklar diyor ya amına koyayım
ya. Bak işte.
Cyber sen böyle dersen alamayız bak. Haydi çocuklar diyor oğlum.
Frown on your face. I think they did what we'd expect considering the lead that they'd built up when they were up like 6-7-2. 9 on the board. If they win this pistol, it's 11 and they're essentially in the spot.
Evet, Twitch'teki açıldı işte oradan izliyorum. Dün senin izlediğin yani.
Ha, tamam.
Elliot Esport. Öbüründen mi izledin?
Ya iyi yapıyor.
I see friends he's out. CNED's the one.
Daykolar anlatıyor ya burada.
İstiyorsanız YouTube clean feed göndereyim demiş de gerek yok dedim.
Yo güzel anlatıyorlar ya. Juros çünkü az önce şey dedi. Bunlar nereden gidiyor Kemal dedi de. Bize kalırsa sıkıntı gibi biraz.
Hadi abi anlatanlara bir şey dersek sıkıntı olur mu?
Either way,
gerek yok.
BBL on the attack, they're very spread out. This is something we see quite often on the attacking side, which is where you throw down your camera as the cipher and you immediately just rotate to the other side.
Ne demiş?
Güzel abi güzel, hiçbir şey demedik.
Maybe that was the kind of play NiP were trying to
make. Ya inanılmaz bir izlenmeydi falan. Türkler, Türk izleyiciler harika falan yapmış.
Bir de bizim yayından sonra ne diyecekler bak şimdi mail sen.
Hayır ya.
Sen yokken neler konuşuldu burada. Yok bir şey yapmadık vallahi bak en akıllı uslu duruyoruz. Haydi aslan! Böyle arada bağırmalarımız oluyor.
Very passive for now though from BBL.
I do wonder why they've decided to move back to the B side. They didn't face any sort of resistance on the A side.
Ne yapıyor
And
böyle
they've heard Cypher's cam,
ya.
that's about it. And over on B, their cam was destroyed immediately, so there could have been players pushed up and ready.
Yine hızlı giriyoruz.
That raise
Orada hile aldı. Hile aldı.
Timing worked out real well.
Ay!
Trying to push in.
Ah be!
That's not what you want, Ned. You should have had the advantage there, my friend. On great
Tamam
use
alttan.
of Hip's abilities, but that's not going to get him the kill. Does a nice bit of damage to Russ, who'd already had to heal up his teammate.
Kreye açıldı. Vallahi kreye açıldı
They're not
ya.
having a chance. They've not even had a go at getting in. They see someone, they die. They see someone, they die. That was
Vay
it.
arkadaş ya.
Adam durdu kreye açıldı. Vallahi diyorum bak.
Draw time on his weapon. As soon as he's shut down, I really don't understand how the trade takes that long. Not even the trade, it's the fact that nobody gets in a position to face him. It's just left to throw blast packs
İlk maç değil mi?
smell the roses.
İlk maç, ilk maç.
İkinci map neymiş? Heaven mı?
Onu söylemediler bu.
Abi büyük ihtimal söylediler de
biz goy goya da düşmüş olabiliriz onu.
The only reason for that is because NiP played like trash yesterday.
Helal
They are. They're turning up. They've jumped out of the garbage disposal.
Bind.
Instead, they're trying to dispose of
Bind
BBL
diyordu.
straight
Bind
away.
burası.
Something about Nip, right, when it comes to
Ki nereydi
talk.
la chat yazar.
They'll always have like a shaky first game or a game that
Heaven'dır
don't
ya.
do as well as we
Bind
expect
onların
them to
mapidir.
do.
Heaven bizim
And they
map'tir.
just bounce back.
Yalnız ping farkı da var ha hocam. Bu etki eder mi? Ne diyorsunuz?
CNED's having a
Yeah.
game.
Aa,
Still hasn't really
tabii.
improved on that.
Baba Lakır 16 pingle oynuyor bu arada.
All of those
Bakın,
games, right,
16
where you just
ping.
feel like you can't do anything. We've all had them.
İyiymiş gerçekten.
You're trying.
16 ping
Just
neymiş?
like
Neredeymiş o
everything's
server?
Well, his head-to-heads with Looker have felt definitely one-sided towards Looker, who's been hitting his shots, who's been not just doing it with the operator, but also with his ultimate out. He's been knifing people in the head from across the map, even when they just peek him for a quarter of
Evet evet.
False olmuş.
27'de.
But this is what we were told.
Peki şey gibi bir şey yok mu mesela? Herkes işte atıyorum 40 sabit alsın. 16'ya kadar da düşmesin falan diye bir şey yok değil mi?
Every time.
Şimdi Avrupa server kurulduğu zaman bizim direkt otomatik 40-50 ping oluyor. Türkiye serverında da bunlar karşı takım 70-80 ping oluyor.
So harsh.
Ha.
O yüzden.
I can't believe one game, right, where you draw.
You draw.
Ne oldu, oyun bozuldu ya?
We didn't even lose. What have we
Bir
lost?
şey oldu herhalde. Pause aldılar
No
da.
longer ranked.
Kim aldı bilmiyorum.
Söylüyordur.
Dur şöyle ben sekmem bir şuradan sekme alayım.
It's an MMR system, so it's similar to when you play like a matchmaking game versus like level 2s or something, and you're level 10s and you lose, and then all of a sudden you're level 2s. Just because the difference.
Bura adamların chatmiş lan.
Calculated to be
Adamların
giant
chatte
skill
full Türkçe
is so
yazıyorlar ya.
different. I'm gonna scroll down and see if I can find giant.
Şöyle benim chat'i açacaktım ya, chat'i kapatmıştım.
When I looked last time, they didn't have a rating, but after that game, I presume they do.
They're now in Nip spot. You beat us, you get our spot.
Aslan
Netle
1v9
alakalı bir
yazıyorlar.
sorun varmış
They're
galiba.
still in NA, but that would be like
Ping var
Like
bizimkilerde diyor.
23rd or something like that after beating NiP. But like to give you an idea, their MMR
Ama böyle olmaz, hadi.
1523, and NiP's after losing that game is 1612.
Okay.
Bizim bir üst katta şey mi kursak Ferit ya, e-spor?
1700.
Bizim üstleri şey mi yapsak?
Zero or something like that. No, Core 4 would have had a win, but.
Oluyor ya böyle yurt dışında e-spor şey merkezi. Bu arada chat'i açsanıza ya, chat'i niye kapattınız? İnternet kafe açalım. Vallahi diyorum bak.
Ne oldu, internet kafe işine mi giriyor?
Yo, yurt dışında şey yapıyorlar ya, onu dedim. Gaming house'lar yapıyorlar ya böyle üst düzey şey ama. Bizim üst katları yapsak ya öyle. Aha geldi, tamam geldi. Geldi oyun.
Evi daha bugün temizlettim ha, tam onu yapmalık şu an.
Harbi mi diyorsun?
Tertemiz 0 ev şu an.
You lose a player, the tactic is probably just getting back, I think.
Okay, you called a strat at the beginning round. CNED, reconnect, let's go. Oh god, CNED touched straight away.
Baba, Locker yine
would it make a difference?
çıktı vurdu.
And I got the answer very quickly.
Poor CNED.
Yeah, he's not having a good game, and we gave him praise before the game, so it's not like we're being, unnecessarily harsh.
Lego gördü
He
abi.
looked really good yesterday.
Yeah, we don't underrate him as a player. He is a solid player, but Looker's winning those duels. They're literally the players you expect to go head-to-head when you're going for those all-ping fights. And Looker's just dominating. Again, you've got the weaker weapon in this one, so it's not like we are
Helal. Lan bu bizimki değilmiş ya. Ya bu ne lan? Çarlar aynı ya Ferit Bey.
Have to follow up for Lego, unfortunately. So the ace clutch, the 1v5, and the shot in the back of the head confirmed that that's not going to happen.
The jump above
Tamam
me.
çekiyoruz hadi 11-3'ten.
They're gonna come see me.
Hadi Jet hadi.
Shows how scary Looker is right now.
Kemal,
But the
sen niye adama
primary
helal
concern
dedin?
is
Adama
he might
yanlışlıkla
jump
helal.
up above a 10-foot object rather than someone could flank me. That's.
I'd be worried.
Ayıp
olunca bizim Çağrı. Efendim abi?
Yeah.
No.
Kaç
I just
saniye
think it's
şu an?
great that you're
15, 14 sende.
Tamam aynı.
11, 10 doğru mu? 9.
Evet doğru doğru.
Very intimidating player on this server at the moment. He's got 20 kills. He's closing in on double the score of the next closest player on the team.
Şu Kreya ile
on
şey
the
de
server.
durursa bir bizimkiler şuradan bir geri
And at
dönüyormuş.
11-3, I
11
have to
3'ten.
say, Banks, this is it's not quite as exciting as the game we had yesterday to open it up.
No, this
Bak
is
o Locker'ı
like I said,
vurması
Nip
lazım
going back.
Cino'nun. Hadi oğlum.
Nip
Hadi oğlum
realised the
Cino.
errors they made yesterday.
Yapma.
The double jet. They were not having that. Both of them were like, let's just tailwind our ways out of here. We're not taking this fight right now.
You can see how this game is going by CNET's reaction, though.
He's like,
The other jet dashes away, and he's like, "What's happening? Oh no! Get me out of here! I don't want to
Aslında
die."
oradan bir can yemiş ama.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. It's lucky you're going up against. He's definitely having a great game.
Dönüyorlar hala
Cinetle
doğru.
taşak geçiyorlar lan.
Ne dediler?
It looks like it's going to be a hit
Deş
towards the A
meş
side.
attı ya.
Banks. Still two players here. The
Çok
Cypher going to be
heyecan
the one that holds it.
yaptı
I don't mind this. I was watching back some of the games. A lot of players 3-stacked B with a Cypher there. That was odd to me. Great early fight by Looker.
Looker.
Just picked him up as the smoke was falling down. Just saw the tip of his tippy toes. Looker with another. He just can't be
Güzel
stopped.
Locker öldü.
Oh, luck is just on
Ay,
point.
amına
Rhyme doesn't even need a
koyayım
weapon.
Allah Allah. Kero güzel, Kero
The
güzel.
station right now. The spike will
Hadi
still
oğlum.
go down. It's a
Aslan
3
vur
versus
onu,
2. This
Cypher'ı.
actually is winnable for BBL.
Ya şu adam Diggle'la neler yaptı abi.
Interestingly enough, I'm not sure why Rhyme doesn't have a weapon. What's going on? He gets taken down. Aslan's
Aslan
able
var
to push
ya.
him off. This is doable.
Gördün onu da.
Ooh, hips come up from up high though.
İndi,
Aslan
indi,
now
indi.
all alone in a good spot, but they spot him out
Allah.
first. Hip is going to check it. 12th round and match point secured.
Ping farkıydı
12
bu
oldu.
işte.
It's just
12
gets
oldu.
so close and yet it's so far.
So far, though, it's been so far this whole game.
Olabilir,
I
olabilir,
wanna
olabilir.
believe- I really want to believe that BBL
Maç
come back
bitmeden
into
hiçbir
the
şey
next
bitmez
map.
abi.
I'm just trying to run over like how much do I want to stick to. I don't.
Maç
my
sayısı,
prediction was
round
BBL to
16.
win. To be honest, up against this team, I take 1-1
Ataktayız.
as a win. If I'm BBL, if you manage to
Yeah,
tie
agree,
up NiP.
agree.
So for that to happen, I'm just trying to make sure my prediction isn't wrong.
BBL
right away.
manager dedi. Ferit senden bahsediyor herhalde şu an.
I think it's,
Saving
if
yourself.
they get at least 5 kills in the next map, that's
Yeah.
a win, right? Yeah, it's okay. I'm right. But in all reality, I do think they'll come back better in the next map. But if you're getting 13-3'd, it's
Çocuk hep
very
böyle
difficult. I mean, it's so hard to predict you to win the next, and I
You
don't
gotta
think you can do
remember,
that.
Like I said, we've seen this in multiple tournaments, NiP improving as the time goes on. Maybe yesterday when they were experimenting, they underestimated their
Aldı
opponents and
zannettim
they're
ya.
finding the situation. Kiro's just trying to walk
Sinet
in.
aldı.
I do say Sinet get the kill on Defira,
Nice
but
one.
they've still got to be oh so careful. The Omen is waiting in the wings, right on the edge. There's so much
Vurun
going
şunu.
on.
Abi.
Baba!
It look easy. It's a 13. It is a solid performance coming out of NiP, and they truly put the hurt on BBL.
Sıkıntı yok,
Not just
sıkıntı yok,
fine. It is
sıkıntı yok.
NiP's
İkinci
match pick,
maçımız
but
var. Diğer
you gotta
maçımız
say
var.
Olmazsa bir
BBL
puan alalım da buradan.
lost so much at times. That was not the same BBL that played against G2 yesterday. Lucker again, top fragging.
Yani başta gerçekten
5 first bloods in
dur
there.
şuradan
One of those was the amazing
şöyle tutalım aga. Orayı görmeyelim. Ya böyle çok kafa kafaya gidiyordu. O bir yerden sonra şey yaşandı ya. Düşüklük ama chat ne yapıyor biliyor musunuz? Chat full
Nerede kafa
gaz
kafaya
geliyor.
gidiyordu lan?
Oğlum en başta çok yakındık
He,
ya.
oğlum
Sürekli
bir şey
böyle
diyeceğim bu arada.
smoke'un
İlk
içinden
verdiğimiz
almalar.
elleri görmen lazım.
Evet
Ferit
işte ya,
abi.
orada çıldırırdın.
Hep alabileceğimiz eller.
Oradan düşmüş olabilir ya bizim
O
çocuklar.
aynen öyle. Bence öyle oldu. Vallahi bence öyle oldu. Ama hiç sıkıntı yok. Buradan
Ben
bir
kaçtım öptüm sizi.
öpüyorum abi. Sana
Hadi
da
abi,
kolay
başarılar
gelsin.
sana da.
Moral bozma
Eyvallah.
sen de. Dolarlar kap gel.
Biz abi biz arada sana da geçecek mi?
Arada bir sana da bak.
Yok gerek yok.
Tamam.